Welcome back, adventurers, to more King's Quest II Romancing the Stone. Before I head to the Door of Destiny, I do want to see if I can pick up any last bit of wisdom from the library by reading a good book. So let me see if there's anything in there. Of course, talking to the town's favorite librarian with her laser eyes of doom, peering green into the distance.
Yes?
Could you recommend another good book?
No.
I'm sorry?
No. You have read every last one of our good books. The only other title you may find vaguely interesting is this one.
The librarian points to the book sitting on her desk. It is entitled, The Annual Book of General Knowledge.
Okay.
This book is entitled, The Annual Book of General Knowledge. Browsing through it, you notice an interesting excerpt.
Did you know eating certain types of fish has remarkable transformative effects? Eating white snake allows communication with the natural and animal world. Cookies make good camouflage. The rumor about unicorns and who can see them is not true. Mixing animal hair in lotions and potions can cause intriguing side effects. Goats are the natural enemies of trolls. Wands are like pets. Life is like a box of chocolates. Some worlds were created perfectly by the gods, while others were left to be recreated. Fairy dust loses its effectiveness with age. A wise man reads the lines in the sand for direction. All you need is love. So some obvious references to pop culture there. Maybe a little Forrest Gump, maybe a little Beatles, maybe some other King's Quest games. But maybe also some tips that will help me finish out this game. We'll see if there was any wisdom here in the future. So now it is definitely time to go to the Door of Destiny and see what lies beyond it. But first, you guessed it, I have to watch Graham one last time make his way down this windy path instead of just going straight down like any normal, reasonable person would. Gonna keep going south. And I need to cross the bridge over to the Door of Destiny. That is not good.
Oh no! The plank you stepped on was a trap. Your leg passed right through it, and now you are very, very stuck. Try as you might, you cannot dislodge yourself. You hear a noise. Someone or something is approaching you from behind.
You there! Can you? Wait a minute. I know you. You're that thieving little pest who used to reside in Daventry.
Yes. How kind of you to recognize me.
And just what are you doing here in Kolyma?
Oh, this and that. At the moment, I'm getting my own back.
I beg your pardon?
Imagine my surprise when, having come home from a hard day's work,
Mugging, you mean?
I find that my treasure had been robbed and my food stolen.
Are you claiming either were yours to begin with?
I went a bit hungry yesterday, but I'm willing to forgive. I happen to know that you're carrying some most expensive items, including that which you stole from me. I give you a choice. Either you hand over some treasure, or I start cutting. I've already had a go at the ropes on the other side, so should you survive the impact once I have cut both ends here, I doubt the remainder will hold your dangling weight. Oh yes. You could start it by throwing me those lovely gems you're carrying.
So I'm gonna have to use my intellect here to outsmart the dwarf. I'm gonna wrap my gems up in the cloth.
You wrap your gems up tight in the cloth.
And I'm gonna throw them over on the other side.
You fool!
Now, if you want your treasure, then you help me.
Not a chance! I'm not coming anywhere near you!
Fine. Then you stay where you are, and the treasure stays over there.
King Graham's quite cool and collected.
It seems that your ultimatum has caused a conflict of interest for the dwarf. While he does not want to help you, his greed is demanding to be immediately satisfied. Having nothing else to do at present, you muse that kleptomania might be an inherent quality in dwarves in general. Then you notice the fraying ropes on the mountain end of the bridge. They are unraveling. He really did have a go at them earlier.
So I'm gonna have to try and reason with the dwarf.
Repressing the urge to burst.
Well?
I might just leave you there. Wait until you die, and then come back. You will not be a problem to me when you are dead.
By which time the bridge will have fallen. You have done a good job on those ropes over there.
While muttering something inaudible, the dwarf throws you his knife. You catch it deftly, realizing that whatever you're going to do, you'd better do it fast.
I'm gonna do something crazy here, believe it or not.
You begin cutting the exposed support rope.
What are you doing? You're crazy!
As each rope gives way to your onslaught, you hold on tight and brace yourself for the inevitable. Upon impact, the collision shatters the plank that held your leg in place, and you're again free to move. You also discover that your entire body really hurts now.
So let me climb to the other side, to safety.
You've made it to the other side safely. Of course, you have no way of getting back. Not that it concerns you at this point.
You could at least give me back my knife. No!
It serves you right for stealing from Daventry's magic chest.
Stupid dwarf. Bet he's pissed. Alright, it is time to return the gems to the Door of Destiny. But first, of course, I gotta take them out of the cloth bag.
You unwrap the gems from the cloth.
Alright, let me begin with the birth gem.
You push the gem firmly into the indentation.
And then the growth gem. And finally, the death gem.
Birth, growth, death. The cycle of this life is complete, now and forever. Speak, and my purpose is thus fulfilled. My passage to the next world may begin at long last.
Then, if you please, I would bid thee open.
As you wish, but a word of caution. As you enter, know in your heart which destiny you truly desire.
So, of course, some of these are references to some other Sierra games, but we saw the tower and the damsel in distress in the tower, so I want to travel to the Tower Realm. And I'm in quite an interesting place here. Believe it or not, I'm actually going to use the snet all the way back from the very beginning of the game. This was the first point I got in the game, was getting the snet. Let me try to do a little bit of fishing.
You cast the net into the tranquil sea. Upon retrieving it, you see that you have caught a large golden fish. It falls from the net and flops helplessly on the beach.
Alright, let me pick him up. It's a beautiful fish.
You grab the flopping fish. Its mouth is wide open and its gills are extended. With great difficulty, you hold the fish as it twists and turns in your hands.
So I'm an animal lover. I'm going to return it to the water.
You toss the fish back into the tranquil sea.
Thank you for not killing me. For your kindness, I will gladly take you across to the other side of this vast sea.
Perfect, so let me climb on.
You carefully lower yourself down the steep embankment and slide onto the fish's scaly back. You hold on tight as the fish swims far out to sea.
That fish kind of reminds me of Lemmywinks from South Park. Not Lemmywinks, Katata Fish, which is, you know, the wise sage that kind of guides Lemmywinks on his journey. You know what I'm talking about. Of course you know what I'm talking about.
You slide off the fish's back and clamber onto the sandy shore of a surreal little island.
It most certainly is a surreal island. Let me begin exploring it. So there's the tower. But first, I'm gonna go to the east and see what else I can find here on the island. So if you remember, one of the tips from the Book of Wisdom in the library said that wise men read lines in the sand. And would you look at that, there are some lines in the sand.
Some writing has appeared in the sand. It reads,
It would appear that you, my dear, are here indeed to help me. Walk to this sand and place your hand upon these words, and you'll see.
So I'm gonna do just that.
You place your palm upon the words in the sand.
So it's a nice little portal.
You notice some more writing in the sand near the portal. It reads,
You may return, but pause to learn a way to flee this cursed place. My end draws near, so hurry, dear, and come swift to me in haste.
So first things first, whenever you see yourself stranded in a tiny island, what you must always do is climb the tree
You are already climbing the palm tree.
and grab some coconuts. You must always do that when you're stranded in an island.
You remove an ample-sized coconut from the bunch growing in the treetop.
Alright, and then me carefully make my way down the tree so I don't fall and die a miserable death. And there's also this gem here.
You pick up the beautiful stone of quartz.
Excellent. And looks like there is more dark sand here. Let's see what it says.
3 symbols are depicted in the sand. Perhaps each one represents an action that must be performed in order to establish an escape route from this strange place.
Okay, so there's like a coconut, water, and then coconut on the sand. Okay, so I do have a coconut, but it looks like I have to cut it in half. So let me do that.
Using the sharp blade of your sword, you slice the coconut clean in half.
Then let me fill it with water, such as the second symbol.
You fill the half coconut with briny water from the magenta sea.
And then let me pour it on those words.
Some writing has appeared in the sand where the symbols used to be. It reads,
Well done, my dear. You've come so near. A king's quest is soon to end. But if now you go, alone you'd know, our broken path would ne'er mend.
Suddenly the sand begins swirling again. In place of the poem appears yet another portal.
So from the poem, it appears that this green portal will take me back to where I need to be. But I can't go alone. I need to rescue the lady first. So let me go back here. And I think it's time to head into the tower. Alright, let me go up there. Okay, so quite a strange door, and it seems to be guarded by 2 lions. In the next episode, I am going to jump up into this tower and conclude King's Quest II Romancing the Stones. I hope you're excited about that. I know this episode was a bit of a shorter one, but hopefully you enjoyed. Be sure to leave a like and subscribe, and I'll catch you guys next time for the epic, exciting finale of King's Quest. So see you then. Thanks again.